Hello out there in TV land. Did I do it right? I'm going to check the chat. I'm going with the assumption that he did it right, because he usually does. He's better at it than the rest of us.
Fact.
But I am Kadave, and this is Insert Coin, Episode 6. A return to Boulder City, Nevada. Something very few people have ever done.
Not on purpose.
Yeah. It's just, you go to sleep, you wake up.
doing.
Oh, damn it, Boulder City again. Why?
This is your Groundhog Day.
Thought it was free.
It's like the 13th Floor, that movie from way back.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I like that movie a lot.
Everything will be fine as long as you tell everybody where you're going before you go, and yeah, but don't just jump in your car and try to go to Boulder City. Won't work. Anyway, welcome back, everybody, and to my left.
Hi, everyone. I am Nick, and today in Boulder City, I will be playing Edward Danny Alonzo, who is our new wave rocker.
I'm Jason. I'm playing Jackson Clay, a.k.a. Crash, the Jock.
And I'm Sam. I play Cassie Abrams, computer geek extraordinaire and friend to robots.
I'm Mac. I'm pretty sure today, maybe. I don't know. I'm actually never really that sure.
Would you check your mic again?
Yeah,
Make
check
sure
your
it's
mic.
turned on?
Do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Because it's interrupting my crappy intro. Hi, I'm Mac, and I'm playing Midge, who's the weirdo. Yeah. The end. It's been a long day.
For the sake of my own self-preservation, Nick interrupted you. Not
You interrupted
he was
by not
totally
having
silent.
your microphone proper, so...
I was sotto voce. You were the one speaking out loud.
I might die.
Also, snitches get stitches, so...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, now that I've sufficiently brought this shit down...
The next game, Jason comes back, he's got an eye patch and his arm in a sling, and he's just like, no, it's fine. I'll remember to check the switch. Anyway, last time.
Things happened. Let's find out what they were. In Cassie's letter to Francois, her Canadian boyfriend, who is totally real and she met at Space Camp.
Or perhaps a time traveler.
Yes, he might be a time traveler.
Why
we don't know
not
yet.
both?
Salut, Francois. So, we were on an island at night with some probably alien robots. Kind of scary, but way cool. Midge and I were heading back to the boat with the magnetic tapes. Danny was still hiding in the canyon while Fedora Bot trudged closer. He thought he was well hidden.
I was reconnaissancing.
Not a verb.
It's reconnaissizing.
Nope.
Reconnaissance.
I was a reconnaissance.
He was renaissancing.
You're gonna be if you don't let me finish the recap.
Oh, no, it's just it's a bad time to be on your side of the table.
The man started to pass by, and he was totally made of metal! In all caps, metal. Fedora Bot yelled at Danny, and Danny bluffed something about magazines, which the robo guy bought for a second. But then Fedora Bot noticed the satellite dish was gone and started cussing.
Yeah, who took that?
Jeez, rude. Danny booked it up the path with Fedora Bot lumbering behind when Crash came running down the path. Crash yelled, "Get to the boat!" and tried to shield bash the robot with the satellite dish. Fedora Bot sort of slowly tipped over, and then he turtled on the ground for a minute. His hat...
So successfully shield bashed.
Yes. Well, I write this while it's happening, so I don't know what's going to happen. His hat fell off, and inside his trench coat, Crash saw a gun. Danny and Crash ran for the boat while he clanked about on the ground. Midge and I were climbing down the rope when we heard Crash yell about a gun. Then we fell off the rope and both got hurt. Danny and Crash saw a taller shadow and heard the woman yell, "What have you done?" And then a gunshot hit Crash in the arm. They ran to the rope and climbed down quickly, taking the rope down after them. Midge was having a hard time starting the boat, but she just forgot the choke, so I helped and we got it started. Crash and Danny jumped in the boat. I drove because Midge was freaking out. We got offshore a ways and saw 2 sets of glowing eyes looking around at the top of the cliffs. Crash's arm looked kind of gross. He tried to bandage it with his shirt, since the boat did not have a first aid kit. Danny and Crash reluctantly told me the people were totally robots. I knew it! Danny went to check on Midge. She was in full-on meltdown mode, but Danny and the rest of us tried to talk her back to feeling okay. Danny hugged her mid-sentence, and she actually looked like it made her feel a little better. Midge looked at Crash's arm to see what lie would work to tell his parents. It actually didn't look so bad after all, like maybe he just fell off his bike. Driving back towards the docks, we saw some green running lights, probably that fishing boat we saw before. I tried to sneak past, in between it and the shore. I drove it precariously close to the rocky shore and saw a white van at the top of the ridge, with a couple of guys looking out over the water with binoculars. I gave Danny the binoculars, but he couldn't see much either. Midge tried and spotted the UT logo from the people who unloaded things from the boat we are currently using. I coasted the boat into the dock because it looked clear. Crash tied it back up, mostly, like it was before, and we limped over to the bikes. It was a long trek back with Midge's injured ankle. We passed the reactor towers again and saw people with flashlights walking the perimeter. More guards than usual. I spotted a pause in the guard pattern, so we waited until it was clear and then snuck past. The rest of the ride home was pretty clear, except for a couple of accidents. Midge and I got back to my house. We snuck up through the window. My door was open, which freaked us out a bit, but then I found a note from my dad about not making breakfast and having to work. Midge grabbed the spare sleeping bag, and we got some sleep. Crash and Danny made it back to Crash's house, and there was a police car out front, and the lights were on. They snuck into Crash's bedroom window. The door was open, and they heard voices from downstairs. Crash's mom sounded pretty upset, talking to the police about Crash being missing. Crash told Danny to sneak back out, and he went to face the music. He told them he went for a long bike ride. Danny slipped out during the commotion and biked home. Both of his parents' cars were there, and as he was climbing in the window, his sister Lisa was climbing out hers. He asked her where she was going. She wasn't having any of his responsible kid nonsense and went out anyway. The next morning, I had a pretty usual morning and didn't seem like I was in trouble. Phew! I left a note for my dad on the kitchen table with one of
Was only shot by one bullet.
from a robot on an island in the middle of the night.
I should edit these details a little bit for Mom. She doesn't want to know all that.
I fell off my bike is probably
Yeah,
good.
and I landed on a bullet.
Just tell her you've been going through a lot of changes lately.
Yes.
You wouldn't understand.
I don't know what's happening. I got home late last night and I woke up this morning and my arm's all messed up.
What's even real anymore?
I
I coughed up a finger.
Is this real life?
Speaking of which, completely off topic, but I freaking love the Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm
It's
almost
super
done with
fun.
season 2.
Oh my
and
God.
it's
I need to start
so
season
good.
2.
I've
I
only
love
watched the first so far.
Yeah.
Rarely do I find a show, it's one of those things where laughter tends to be communal, but occasionally there's something where, because you'll watch something that's funny, but you don't necessarily sit and laugh. I'm sitting there by myself watching it, giggling and laughing my ass off because it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
The part that gets me is who knew that Timothy Oliphant had that in him.
Right?
He's so good.
He's so great.
He's so
He
good.
was super good in Deadwood, and he was super good in Justified, but
Yeah.
both he was very dour and
Yeah.
Super good in
Yes.
that Die Hard movie.
Character
Oh,
is-
wait.
super hard, great. And now he is literally the embodiment of just crazy desperation. Like, he's just like, we gotta keep this together.
Well, he's like this awkward stoner, even just
Yeah.
standing there in like a grocery store staring at the the options, trying to figure out what he wants, and he's like stoned half the time doing
Yeah.
it. And it's just, he's so good.
Yeah. All right, sorry. Completely derailed. The coughing up a finger got me.
Yeah.
But Santa Clarita
yes.
Diet, thank you for sponsoring the show tonight. We'll be looking for those checks. Thank you.
We'll call up Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Because 0.00001% bump in that show's ratings are worth it for you, Netflix. I know. Anyway, back to it. We'll start with Crash.
All right.
So
I didn't do it.
in the morning when your parents said
In the
you woke up and they were there.
Oh, yeah, that was fine.
They were basically they said, "Come on downstairs. We have breakfast ready."
All right.
And then we
That
need to
happens
talk about what
sometimes.
was going on.
Yeah, okay, I'm just in trouble. That sounds like normal trouble. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
so I'm not
I
going
mean-
to disappear out my window.
If you want to, I'm not going to stop you from
No,
doing
this
that.
is normal trouble. Like, I think I'd be... Well, it is weird they were standing over me. But breakfast.
The eternal struggle.
Yeah, breakfast.
It's the most important meal of the day.
That siren song is too strong. Go downstairs for breakfast.
Ha! The trick's on you. It's just oatmeal.
It's not.
The betrayal. It is, and the creamer is in all the little ceramic cows. There's like a little ceramic cow that you tilt, and the creamer comes out of it.
Out of its nose.
Now I really want oatmeal.
Nope. Said me never.
I can get a
oatmeal.
hankering for oatmeal like once in a while.
I like oatmeal.
When I was 11 or so at summer camp, we had gone for an overnight backpacking trip up to the mountain, took a bunch of instant oatmeal with us. We were like, we don't want to carry this back. Let's see who can eat the most oatmeal. before we
Oh,
go."
no.
And I ate the most oatmeal. I won and lost.
Yes, you did.
No wonder you don't like oatmeal.
We're not friends.
That's fair. That's fair. So, no, you get downstairs. There is oatmeal, but there's probably some eggs and bacon.
All right, there we go.
It's a whole,
Real food.
Yeah, yeah. They get having a growing teenager in the house.
Yeah,
So there's more food than you would averagely expect.
yeah.
Your dad is just sitting there and he's got a cup of coffee. You can see that there's 2 plates in the sink. Like they've already eaten.
Yeah.
And then they came upstairs to get you.
Yeah, okay. Seems ominous.
Every morning you just wake up and they're like, "Hello!"
No.
Now I want to do that to my kids.
Please do.
But the problem is my son will always wake up before me.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's-
He
is he a creeper? Does
Crank
he like
darts.
wander around the house?
No, he. You can set your watch by him.
Oh.
6 o'clock in the morning, he is up, out of bed. He goes out to the other room. He sits down and plays video games or whatever he wants to do. And then at like 6:45, I get up and make him breakfast.
Mm.
But he just handles his business
All right.
99% of the time.
Yeah, all right.
Every once in a while, like, he'll come back and be like, "Psst,
Great.
Alexa's not working in the other room. I can't turn on the lights. I'm scared to go out there. Can you fix it?" And I'll be like, "Okay, buddy."
Childhood that you have a robot to talk to.
Yeah.
Your
that's pretty
child
great.
is already living in Tales from the Loop.
Yeah, no lies. Yeah. He also has discovered that you can ask her to spell things. So he'll just be sitting down to do his homework and he'll be like, "Alexa, how do you spell it?" I'll be like, "Nope. Figure that out. Sound it out, buddy."
Alexa, do not tell him.
Also, I am not a fool and I have not enabled instant shopping.
Yeah.
That's wise.
But is she 3 laws safe?
She has no appendages, so I'm pretty
That
safe.
doesn't stop them.
Oh, yeah.
She could hire an
I saw
assassin.
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
That scary thing was the soda machine chucking those out at
90 miles an
miles
hour.
an hour.
Yeah. It's amazing.
All right. This is going to be a fun night, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in.
All right. So you get downstairs. They're sitting there. Your dad still has a cup of coffee, and your mom's sitting there just kind of doing the Uriah Heep hand rub that you can tell she's just worried.
Okay.
And they let you sit down, and you can start to eat.
Yeah,
and
I'm
they
not going
both
to
just
start the conversation.
they well,
Because it's always a mistake if they say, "Do you have something you need to tell us?"
Nope.
but they're clearly giving you the time to say anything first.
Uh-huh.
So
No.
it goes to the point where it's now become increasingly uncomfortable. And then your mom goes, "So about last night, what's going on?"
I just had to stretch my legs. So I went out. And I won't ever do it again. I'm sorry.
All right. So in the middle of the night, you decided to stretch your legs.
Yep.
On a night where there's been all kinds of crazy traffic accidents and trouble going on.
I don't know. I just felt uneasy and had to go outside.
And what happened to your arm?
I fell off my bike. By the way, he sounds super rehearsed. Like he's been like all morning. Ever since he woke up and they were there, he's like, I'll be down in a minute. And it's like spent however long it took to
that whole time looking at the mirror. Like,
He's
I
fully
fell
dressed,
off
but
my bike.
under the covers.
Yeah.
It would take me how long it would take me to get dressed. Okay.
Well, they caught him coming in.
Yes. Yeah. They caught you last night.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So you had all evening to think about this.
Yeah, and he's not a, let's say, polished performer.
That's why you're the drummer.
Yeah. He can hit that thing over and over and over and over when he's supposed to, but not, he'll get to improvisation later. I fell off my bike.
Onto what?
I don't know, it was dark. He's like, yes, that was good. I mean...
You can see his own face lights up
Yeah.
as the words come out of his mouth. Like, oh yeah, it was dark. Yeah.
And that's I came home because I hurt myself a little bit and realized I probably shouldn't be out riding my bike in the dark because it's irresponsible.
It is. It is. We were very worried about you. And then your dad, he just kind of looks up from his cup of coffee, gives you this,
Uh-oh.
and he hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
So, your father and I talked a little this morning, and we want you to know that we love you very much, and we don't want you to feel like you can't talk to us. So if you've got trouble at school, if you've got anything else going on, we're here and we'll listen. We don't want you to feel like you're in trouble. That's why we wanted to take today and just kind of be a family. And we called out of work and kept you home from school.
Oh, wow.
He's the best parent.
Seriously.
Somebody had to have functional parents.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, it has been kind of hard since I went back this year and been reading a lot slower. I mean, you guys, it's been hard adjusting. And I just, like, the thing I can do is just, like, go out and, like, go for a run or a bike ride or, like, that still works the same and it feels good. And it's, I don't know, I had to blow off steam. I won't go out at night ever again. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. This is like the one way I could feel like me.
Well, I get that. I especially with what you went through, we know that it can be hard. If you feel like you need some extra time, we can hire a tutor, if you think it would help. If you want to do homework with your dad or I, we could help out there, too.
I mean, Cassie's been super helpful.
Oh, good.
So, and I'm basically in her grade now, so that's helped a lot.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. But, why don't you go get dressed when you're done, and then we're going to go for a ride.
Okay. All right. Like a bike ride?
No, we're going to in the car.
Oh, all right.
All together.
All right. Have I ever seen my parents ride bicycles?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's the
there probably as a little kid,
80s,
there was
yeah.
that, like, you know, when they were teaching you to ride a bike,
Yeah.
and then like family in the evening riding
Uh-huh.
around the neighborhood
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll go get dressed and do what I'm supposed to do. And
So you get back downstairs, and they've got the car keys ready. You guys jump in the car, and they start driving. And they said, "We thought your dad has to stop by work, but after that, we thought maybe we'd go out to the dam and just spend the day being touristy."
oh yeah, cool.
I haven't been out there since you were little.
Is that where we were?
Well, you were on Lake Mead that exists because of the dam.
Oh right, okay.
But you weren't.
Yeah,
by
we were
the
at the
dam.
dam
yeah,
end.
we weren't near the
Yeah.
dam. Okay.
So sort of, but not.
We were at the dam lake.
Yes. You damn kids.
Also that.
For sure. But yeah. So
Okay.
we just have to stop by work, and then we
Okay.
can go out there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to miss the next track meet if I don't go to school today. So, I don't know.
We'll be home in time. You can make it to practice, and we'll write a note or go in and talk to the secretary.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's still middle school, so I guess it's fine anyway.
And we'll make sure to pick up your homework. I already called the school this morning and told them you weren't going to be there and
Yeah.
and all that. So you're
Yeah.
okay on that front.
Okay.
So you tootle on down the road, and you get to the chain link fence, and there's the guard guy, and he kind of looks in the car, and he sees the whole family, and he's like, so the whole family for a bring your kid to work day, Doc? What's going on? And your dad just kind of grumbles like, boy, got in trouble last night. He's not going to school today. And the guard's like, oh, okay. He gets that uncomfortable, like, oh, I was just trying to be flippant, but I really didn't want to know anything about your life.
Yeah.
So,
You're supposed to say yep.
yeah. Yeah, hey, how's it going? Oh, it's terrible, man.
Yeah, let me tell you about the
God.
surgery I just had in great detail.
But he opens the gate and lets you guys through. You pull up to this big building that sort of looks like a small hangar almost, but it's all offices inside. And you guys walk in, and down the hall, you get to your dad's office that you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
You get inside. He's like, well, have a seat. I just got to take these papers down the hall. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
So your mom sits down next to you, like the two chairs facing the desk kind of a thing. And your dad grabs papers and goes on out. And then a couple of minutes later, you hear some voices down the hall, but the next thing you know, you just get really sleepy.
Oh,
Like,
that's a pretty boring trip.
yeah, like, it feels weirdly sleepy. Like,
Okay.
you're like, something's not right, but you
Oh, okay.
cannot resist the sleepiness.
All right. Yeah. So I'd probably be like, Mom, and then because she was still in the room. Right?
Yeah, and she kind of looks over at you and pats your hand, and you just are out.
Okay.
Oh, bum, bum, bum.
It's fine. It's
Oh,
all fine. It's
I
fine.
No,
thought
no,
it had
no.
something to
Oh,
do
no,
with-
no, no. I was just...
It's cool.
Everything's fine.
No, that's fine.
This is fine. This is normal. Run for your lives.
They coming for you, Chuck. You wake up at some point a little later, and everything seems really hazy, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just that when you wake up in a weird place, you don't know where you are, feeling magnified by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of look over, like, you open your eyes and move your head a little bit, and you see your dad, and he's sitting there, and he's got, like, a really long pair of forceps,
Mm.
and he's, like, messing with the wound on your arm.
Uh-huh.
And your mom looks over and sees that you kind of woke up, and then, like, she reaches past your head and does something that you can't see, and you go back out.
Oh, boy. All right, this is fine. Cool.
The rest of you guys are at school.
Meanwhile, being not experimented on.
Seriously, that's a little ominous.
It's just a regular doctor's visit, guys.
The medical plan from the plant
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's the worst. You just have to do it yourself.
DIY.
Yeah, but first you have to walk in and then they gas you.
DIY, BYO anesthetic.
Yep. Whatchamacallit? So yeah, at school that day. What are you guys up to?
Probably not paying a lot of attention in class. I mean, are we talking like, did we just get there?
Yeah, we'll go to the morning again. Like we kind of his played out over maybe an hour or so, but
Okay.
you guys are at the morning. Like homeroom is just wrapping up
Okay.
because you guys all have homeroom together.
Probably slept through homeroom.
Fair enough. Well, no, you were up at a fairly reasonable time when you met your dad in the morning and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, up at a fairly reasonable time, but was out late, so probably tired. Also,
Oh, like slept in class.
Yeah.
Not didn't get to school.
no,
Yeah,
no, slept through class.
Cool, that's totally understandable. And typical.
I'm awake.
Me too. No, I'm not.
Just. Yeah.
Do we all have homeroom together?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Okay.
You guys all have homeroom together, but then you kind of go your separate ways.
And then Crash is obviously missing. Should he be in our homeroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's normally there, but he's just not there today.
Like, Crash must have gotten in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's not here. His parents usually wouldn't keep him home.
I don't know. Last night, I mean, that was pretty bad. I know if I had gotten caught, I would have been toasted. I wouldn't have been here. I'd probably be with my aunt right now.
Yeah.
My parents definitely would have sent me to school, and then I would have been grounded.
Double punishment.
I don't think my parents would
Pretty
want me
much.
to miss school, but I'd definitely be grounded.
We should at least go check on him after school, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
If we can get through today, it's so boring. I just don't care.
I know. I want to go home and work on the satellite dish and the magnetic tapes. We got to figure out what's on here.
We got to check on Crash first, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, obviously.
But I'm not risking leaving school to go check on it.
You do notice that the teachers seem more alert today. Like you were taking that
Okay.
semi-scientific survey of adults, and it seems like pretty much all of them that you've seen today look better.
I like the phrase semi-scientific.
Listen, I'm 12. She is precocious, but she's not a PhD. Okay, so they seem more alert than recently. So do any of them still look kind of groggy, or like back to
Several of them
normal?
look kind of tired, but it's that kind of tired, like, oh, they had a really long weekend sort of a look.
Okay.
Like the kind of a thing. But you can probably attribute that to the fact that they were super crazy tired yesterday.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
everybody looks like they kind of got some sleep last night.
Good. Did you guys notice that the teachers look a little better? They don't all look as tired.
Yeah, sure.
I wish I looked less tired. Must be nice.
I think we did.
We're totally
something
heroes.
Good. Yeah.
You know, I gotta agree with Danny on that one. No one will know that we're heroes, but
We'll know.
But we know, yeah.
it's the worst kind of hero to be.
A secret hero?
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty cool.
like protecting our identities? Like superheroes?
He's not wrong. Only wish I got to meet those robots.
Next time.
I bet you I could reprogram them.
Next time, no. No, thank you.
Well, they could just rebuild the thing. I mean, it'll take them a little while to get the parts and rebuild it, but...
Wait, are you already planning that we're going to have to go back?
Well, they're not going to stop just because we took the tapes and the dish.
Maybe they will.
We're going to have to figure out why they're there and get them to leave.
I hate when you make sense.
Which is all the time? You hate all the time?
And what's
you
wrong?
kind of
Oh,
do.
that's a lot of ego. I mean, I'm kind of impressed, but also, really?
Shh. You don't want Mrs. Johnson to pay attention over here.
Care.
Well,
Mrs. Johnson.
Do you
does
want another
not
detention?
give a fuck.
What's another
Homeroom
one in the
class,
heap?
Yeah. As long as you paid attention or were somewhat quiet during announcements, she doesn't give a crap at all.
Right on.
Probably like testing my limits behind her back, just like flipping her off. You mean that, Mrs. Johnson? She doesn't care. But I guess we should get through the rest of the day before we decide we're going to go off and be heroes again.
Do you have a reel to play what's on that tape?
I probably don't.
You don't have one of those big monster IBM machines.
But I bet the science department does.
Probably.
Will they let us in during lunch?
They're actually fairly well funded and supplied by
Yeah, I
the
would think
fact that
our
there's the
school
crazy.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like music or because
I don't know.
might have something in the AV club?
That could be. I think if we play it, we should play it into headphones because if we broadcast it loud, I'm afraid it's going to affect people again.
But like only one person should listen to test it.
Yes. Yeah.
Not it.
Not it.
I'll do it for science.
Wait, no. We need Cassie in case something goes wrong.
So you're saying we're expendable?
I'll do it. It's fine.
Okay, that's fair.
You mean we're expendable? No, just me. Oh, cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Okay, but you have to be really, really descriptive or I'm just going to do it myself.
Okay, I can do that.
I think, I forget what's the science teacher's name again?
Probably getting Danny to shut up is the problem.
Boba Fett.
Teacher.
As you can tell, even though she's really tired, Midge is obviously in much
I should
better
have written that
spirits
down
than she
'cause
was
that's my
coming back
anchor.
from vacation.
Yeah, I'll get
It's
there.
more
I just have
like-
to find it.
How she normally is.
But I'm pretty sure the science teacher will let us use the equipment. We just need to get headphones from the AV department.
We should do it during lunch.
I got
though.
headphones.
Oh. Well, they plug into your Walkman. Do they have the right kind of jack for...
Oh, the 1/8" jack? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah? Okay.
Or 1/4". Yeah.
Cool. We're good.
I've got one of those.
Yeah, we
So-
can do it during lunch.
Yeah, because after school, I mean,
All I have is science teacher.
we really got to go check on
Okay.
on Crash.
I'm not good at naming people.
I think we had this exact conversation.
We might
Because
have.
I had a friend of mine just recently had started listening to the show. He was catching up, and he goes, "Why didn't you just use the names of our teachers from high school?" And I was like,
Because that would have
"I
been
don't really
too
remember
easy.
those."
Yeah.
See, I love doing names on the fly.
Oh,
I'm
I
one of those
apologize.
jerks.
I apologize. Our homeroom teacher is Mrs. Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, homeroom is Miss... Oh, no, that's the new band teacher.
No, that's also I'm sorry, Mrs. Williams is the homeroom
Versus
teacher.
Ms. Williams.
Miss
Williams.
Williams
My mistake.
is the new band teacher.
Is that her daughter?
Mr. MacGyver.
Yes,
is the
I was
science
about to say
teacher.
Mr. MacGyver is the
Mr.
science
MacGyver.
I
teacher.
had to consult the tone. Okay.
Hold on, I'm writing it down
I
for
love
real this
that.
time.
That's the best. I don't remember who came up with that, but I love it.
The faculty of Boulder City High.
Is all
Perfect.
Oh, wait, middle school. Boulder City Middle School.
Yeah.
yeah, the high school teachers. They're all film stars,
Yeah.
not TV stars.
Yeah.
It's the step up. So, yeah, Mr. MacGyver, the science teacher.
Okay. Who I want to
Who's
go
that?
visit anyway because he's my anchor and will probably make me feel better because I have one condition. But it's injured. So does that work on injured?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to know how that works, because that's also
so
a thing.
it can resolve in a number of ways. Like, I think you guys both are physically injured because of the fall, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like my ankle got messed up. I think,
I just fell on Midge, so I'm a little bruised.
yeah.
But it can be it could be something like they put Bactine on it.
Yeah,
or they
Bactine
help,
should
they
do
like
it.
wrap up you, they notice that you're limping and they are like, what the heck, and take you to the school nurse and
Here's an ace
okay.
bandage.
get you an ace bandage or something.
That's some ice.
Something
Okay.
like that. Like,
Gotcha.
if it's a more serious kind of an injury, if like the narrative gives us that you have a broken leg or something, it can just be like getting a cast and a pair of crutches.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So the injury part is resolved, but you have a narrative thing about you now
Okay.
that may hinder you in some other way a little bit, but whatever. But
Okay.
nobody's hurt that badly. It's clearly sprained territory, not busted.
Okay.
Cool.
They'd probably just wear like extra socks on one foot to try and hold
Yeah.
her ankle more stiff.
Like you laced your shoe a little tighter than
Yeah.
normal, kind of.
This'll work.
It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Just be glad your injury isn't at the level of abducted by your parents to be experimented on.
That is also true.
Yeah,
yes.
make it all about you, Crash. God.
I will. Thank you.
Did you actually take injured?
Yeah.
Okay.
I assumed I was supposed to erase that. I'll
yes.
keep it for now.
Or-
Or,
No, you can
Ooh.
totally erase that.
yeah, okay.
But add the condition mind controlled.
Yeah.
Add the condition, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that because this is a little bit scary.
Yeah, yeah. Change it to scared
Yeah.
or upset.
I'm going to see what happens when he comes to, and then probably end up taking that.
Condition level fuckery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the rest of the day goes off as a normal day, except for whatever activities you guys want to do at school.
Okay. So at lunchtime, I definitely want to go and visit the science teacher. I'm going to take these guys with me and be like, just wait out here for a second. I'm going to go talk to Mr. MacGyver and see if we can use the reel-to-reel tape equipment.
That's fine. No, it's fine. I'm just waiting for you to come back
Okay.
with that information.
So I go, hey, Mr. MacGyver.
He's like, oh, hi, Cassie, how are you?
I'm good. I have this new research project. I got doing a little bit of research on magnetic reel-to-reel tapes.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if you I don't have one at home, the player. Do you have one in the department here that I could use?
Well, sure, come here. And he leads you to the back of the science classroom, and then there's like a double door on the backside that opens up, and that's the computer lab.
Okay.
So it looks to like the average high school at this point in the country's development, it is like NORAD. Right? Because literally it's all the stuff that the science people at the lab in town
Yeah.
are getting rid of.
Oh, sweet.
They just
Donated,
donate it out to the local school, and then the school's like,
What do we do?
I don't know what we're going to do with this
Yeah.
mainframe computer, but here it is. Cool.
We're going to hack into it. That's
Sweet.
what.
So in there
Does
is
it play any
totally
games?
yeah, global
Would you like
thermonuclear
to
war.
play a game?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's some kid has spray painted Whopper on the side as a joke. Even though that won't be a joke yet. Again, fudging that
Yeah,
realistic
it's close
timeline a
enough.
little bit. But yeah, so there is totally like a big mainframe
Okay.
computer.
This is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to go get my friends who are working on the project with me, and we're just going to hang out in here for lunch. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to be doing some grading at my desk. If you guys need something,
Cool.
let me know.
Okay, cool. So I'll go and grab those guys.
But he, like, on his way out, he goes over and he, like, flips. Because they had to install, like, one of those big, like, breaker panels.
God, yes.
Like, ka-chunk, clicks it on, and then, yeah.
Cassie comes like bursting out. You guys have to see this computer lab. It's so cool. Get in here.
All right.
All right.
And you're like, they're like, wait, not
Next
as impressed
semester,
as
you're
she
totally like, all the computer science classes.
is. Yeah. Take all the classes. Look at all of this. Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, there's.
Will it play the
That's
tape?
really cool.
Yeah. We'll play.
Dan
we
has
can
no
play it
idea
over
what he's
here.
looking at.
There is a cabinet that looks very similar
Okay.
to where you took the thing off.
Yeah.
Like, it is this big sort of a box.
Cool.
Has this big 2 sets of platters on it.
Okay. So does it have a headphone jack?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it is hooked up to like a terminal.
Okay.
So there is an input, like a monitor,
Okay.
A
And does it
monitor.
look like it's hooked up to speakers to like play the sound?
Probably. To be honest, it probably just has one of those shitty PC speakers, like
Okay.
that's able to make a variety of basic beeps,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
because it's not really designed for like the Commodore 64 at
Yeah.
home. Like it specifically allows to do like basic MIDI stuff on it and that kind of thing. This machine is not designed for that at all.
Okay.
This is like punch in a whole program,
Yeah.
add in a bunch of stuff. It probably even has like a punch card reader on the side still, because it's all this harvested old retired
Yes.
stuff that they're not using anymore.
Okay.
Kind of a deal. So you could input a lot of data and get printouts. There's probably like the big ka-chunk dot matrix printer
Ooh, yeah.
attached
Maybe
and
it'll
that kind
print
of stuff.
out a thing to tell us what is on these tapes. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. So put the tapes on
But
it.
you would know from the thing you saw out there on the island, it doesn't look like it was audio recording.
Okay.
Like it very much looked computery. This big, because it's almost the same kind of cabinet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We can play the tapes on this thing. Doesn't look like it's gonna make much sound. There's this little speaker over here, Danny. I want you to like keep an ear on.
I'm
that.
on it.
Let me know what you hear, if anything. Midge, I want you to keep an eye on Mr. MacGyver, just in case the sleep ray thing happens. Let me know if he seems like he's getting groggy or falls asleep.
I will keep an eye. I kind of hope he falls asleep. It'd be great revenge for that last attention he gave me.
That's fair. But just take some notes on what happens to him. I'm going to play it and see if I can get a readout of what's on these tapes.
Let's do it.
Okay. Do I need to make a roll of any sort?
Yes, let's do tech tinker would be the
Tech Tinker. Okay.
or program, tech program,
Yeah, let's go with program. Okay.
because it's easy enough to figure out how to reinstall the thing.
Okay.
Hey.
I
There's a
got
success.
one success.
Oh, that's a lot of dice for one.
I know.
That's rough.
That's a lot of ones. Let's get those out of the way first.
Yeah. It was tricky technology for you to,
Yeah.
you're spooling this thing up. You've never used it before.
But I did it.
Yeah. First try.
Sorry, I fell down the rabbit hole trying to figure out how much data could be on one of those reels.
Okay.
But no, anyway, enough.
A plot relevant
Yeah.
amount.
Yeah.
Several kilobytes.
I became curious halfway into looking at it myself. That was the problem. You get it on there, and you sit down at the terminal, and it starts up, and the screen seems like it just starts throwing out almost like a stream of consciousness. Like it's just a jumble of words
Okay.
that don't make a lot of sense, but then you see like phrases and pairings of words through it,
Okay.
and you start even seeing some names and stuff that you recognize, like other people in town, that kind of thing.
Is anything coming through the speaker?
No.
Cooper,
It's,
Cooper.
yeah, it's pretty just dead air kind
Is there a print function?
Yeah, you can hit print.
I'm totally hitting print.
So the
Oh God,
printer.
it's going to print forever.
I know, it's like 6,000 pages later.
Well, and the best part is, remember, this is a giant dot matrix printer, so it goes...
The song of my people.
There's that that one group that like has sat down and rigged together like
All of the hard drives
a mess
and the
of hard
printers
drives
and
and
stuff.
disk drives and dot matrix printers and stuff
It's
to
so
play
cool.
different music
Yeah.
with
Oh,
them.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
just
it's
the
really
noises
cool.
that they make. Yeah. But the printer kicks up and starts printing, and it's just all the paper's also attached.
Yeah.
That's
So it's a
super
big old
annoying.
accordion
Yeah.
file.
So you get it just starts coming off the thing, and you guys can take a look at it as it's coming off, and you see little bits about like lost dog, and the next thing you see. Actually, this is a great chance for the rarely used mind comprehend.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's see, I'm at 1. Are we all doing this? Because I figure we're all probably looking at this paper,
Yeah,
right?
you can all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, and
I'll
still
roll
down.
too.
Or in fact, you could choose to assist someone instead of rolling
I might
yourself.
assist someone since I have
What's your-
0
I've got
Got
comprehend.
4 and 2.
Only one person can help.
Okay, I actually have 5 and 1. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
6. So we're actually matched. Do you want me to assist you, or...
Well, he can assist, and I'll roll, and then you can roll.
Okay. My injury isn't going to hurt this roll, is it?
No.
Okay.
No,
So
don't
assist, I just need to get a success.
No, you
or-
just give
I
them
just
a
do-
die.
Great,
Like-
fantastic.
Oh, I just
Ta-da.
put an extra die in there?
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Okay.
But only one friend can ever help at it.
Which is good, because I got 1 success.
Yay!
You helped.
Yay!
I helped.
It's shake and bake. And you help.
Oh, you see that?
Am I able to
Wow.
look at it,
You
too?
can absolutely give it a try.
That's a 6, right?
Yes.
All right. Yes, I have 1
So you
success.
both got a success.
Cool.
You start seeing stuff, and as you're sitting there, it's almost like in the Matrix where it sits down and starts looking at the code, and it doesn't make any sense at all, and then it just starts flowing into his brain. And you really get the sense that this is sort of an emotional-based code. So, like, there'll be a string of numbers, and it's almost like the numbers that correspond to certain little phrases seem to match up again and again.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like when you see the phrase lost dog appear, it always has 983 in front of it. And then later on you see birthday party surprise ruined 983 in front of it. And it's all similar things that have the similar kinds of codes. Or the other side of the coin, you see a different code number with got a bonus at work.
Okay.
The guys bought me around for my birthday.
So are the names consistent between, like, negative things versus positive things?
Yeah, the numbers, like, it seems like there's a numeric code for sort of negative connotative things.
Okay.
Same code for happy things. A different code for,
Okay.
every kind of emotional range of things that would be happening in a town. You start to see that kind of come through.
That's
Wait, but people were falling asleep. Is this the same thing, or is this something else? Because this... I mean, I kind of want to fall asleep because it's boring, but I don't see how it would make the town fall asleep.
I don't know yet. Unless they're using it somehow to gather data from the townspeople.
Maybe when they're sleeping?
Yeah, maybe it's easier to gather the data when they're asleep.
This is all pretty normal stuff. I mean, are they doing a survey on how many people lost dogs? I mean,
It's almost like, well, if I were a robot trying to infiltrate a town, I would want to learn how to, like, appear like I was one of them. So if they're trying to learn about our emotions and, like, reactions to things,
ooh, that's very body
To blend
snatchers.
in.
I don't like it. Ugh.
it's possible.
The robots did seem like they had really weird responses, like they were trying to be people, but not.
They're not very good at it yet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's so hard for me to be quiet.
I mean, when we were in the shack and it was going, I mean, was there any way to tell if it was sending out something and playing this tape or recording on it? Because if it's recording, then wouldn't there be some blank tape on like one end or the other? Because it wasn't full, otherwise the reel would have looped, right?
Theoretically.
Like old, like, you know, the movie, like a movie reel or something, you know?
Right. But with the wave detector, it seemed like it was broadcasting something.
But that's why I don't understand. Why would it broadcast this? This isn't, then it wouldn't even be gathering data, right? Unless it's trying to implant stuff in, but...
If you guys want to do an investigate roll
Yes.
and ask questions,
that's a good
could
idea.
do
That is
that.
a good idea.
I mean, you could
Try and
theorize to
figure it
yourself
out.
for a long time, and
We
that's
could.
cool.
Yes, we could theorize for
Because it's super helpful
a
for
long
me.
time. I'm sitting here, and there's a part of me that's going character,
know
and the
what this
other
meant
part is the
either,
GM
but,
brain going, oh, fuck, we just gave him all kinds of
Don't
shit.
feed the GM.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What if it was like sucking the emotions out of the people in town, and that's what was causing them
one
to not
success.
sleep well?
Okay. So you get 2 questions.
So I get to ask 2 questions. Fuck, I was excited about rolling that, but not really sure what to ask.
I also got 2 successes.
So, is there a way to tell if there is a blank area of this reel that doesn't have data on it? Does it look different in a spot where there's nothing recorded?
Visually, you can't see any
Okay.
difference in the tape. But you know it's magnetic.
Sure.
So it's not going to look different. It's
Yeah.
It's not like film.
Yeah, but is there some way to
But there absolutely is. With the computer, you can check and see how much space is available on the tape and like when it ends.
Okay.
This was just as it started up. It's
Okay.
pages and pages and pages of these texts and codes and stuff.
Okay.
But you can easily determine that there is a bunch of space at the end of the tape
Okay.
that seems like it doesn't have anything. Like it cuts off after a while. It just gets to an end, and you hit page down, and nothing else happens.
Do I recognize any of the names in the printout?
100%. You see. You know what? You actually even see an entry that mentions you
That's upsetting.
specifically.
That's really
And
upsetting.
it's-
What does it say?
Well, it's just.
And it is under the headline of your dad.
It is, in fact. It seems like it's sort of a code that's relates to just glancing at it that it's worry, like concern, kind of. And then it mentions about you and your aunt, like by name. It says, "Better with aunt."
Oh
Kind of a thing.
no!
Cool.
But through the whole thing, you see other stuff.
Sure.
That you see stuff basically about everybody.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody that you can think of knowing, there's probably something that you could vaguely tie to them. Not always by name, but different things come up.
Now you can totally tell me that this is a question I can't ask because I've already asked my 2, but since it's tied to the names that are familiar, is Peter's name in there?
100%.
Okay.
Is my name on there?
It's not an endless question. You don't just keep.
But I mean, just in the course of looking at the names.
You 100% see things about
Okay.
the
God, why is he so horrible?
no, you see stuff about, like, you see, can't believe Peter's not making friends. You see,
I can't.
why, like, Why can't Peter be a normal kid?
Allow me to provide an itemized list.
Right, yeah. So it's stuff that you'd assume is probably stuff from Peter's parents
Okay.
about him, kind of a thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you got one success, gives you 2 questions. Your second success can be used for an additional question.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
you get 3.
3 questions. Answer me these questions 3. Sorry.
And the other side, you see,
Thank you.
Yep.
what is your favorite color?
Blue.
No green.
What is your quest?
Okay. So, assuming that Midge told me the stuff that she noticed about it,
Yeah.
that it has space for recording at the end. And
Yeah, I would have told you. I probably would have been a little. I probably would have glossed over the
You
part
do-
that I saw about like living with her aunt.
Sure.
In your head, you do make the connection that, like, you guys saw the thing go up when you were out on the lake, so you assume that it probably wasn't running that long.
Right. Okay.
So that would explain why it's not a full tape.
Yeah.
Like, if it had run all the way into the morning, you would assume it would be full.
So it's clear that it was gathering data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
I like this questions mechanic.
It is super interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Crap, she probably didn't bring the satellite with her to school.
No. That is not a backpackable item.
No.
I mean, you could have brought it to school and just been like, I am a nerdy kid with a satellite dish.
Just
What the
Cassie
heck?
with a satellite
Yeah.
dish. Whatever.
Oh, I didn't take that home with me?
No, I took it from
That's
you.
right. I remember now. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, robots gathering information about the people in the town. Okay. We already noticed a pattern in the data.
If you want to take a minute and think,
Yeah. I'm sorry. Come back to me.
no, it's totally fine. We'll go back to Crash.
Mm.
You are jarred awake
Yep.
by the sound of a car door slamming.
Mm.
And you wake up and look around, and you're in the back seat of your car, and you guys have parked at the visitor parking lot for the Hoover Dam. You see it towering above you. And your dad has gotten out, and your mom's like, come on, sweetie, let's go.
Okay.
Perfectly normal. Nothing to see here.
Do I feel dizzy or anything?
No, you feel great.
That's my arm.
Chew great.
Your arm has like a flesh-colored, one of those big, like, knee Band-Aids
Yeah, yeah.
over it.
What? When did I get a new Band-Aid?
Oh, it looked like it was bothering you while you were sleeping, so I got one out of the first aid kit.
Oh, I just fell asleep in the car?
Yeah. Your dad, we stopped by the lab. Your dad had to turn some stuff into his boss, and then we
Lies, 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 yeah.
we drove out here.
They're gonna get you.
Yeah, the Thompson twins. That video is awesome because there's a crazy floating head.
Boy, this is tricky because I think
I think your mic's off again.
it's not. It's
Okay.
not. It's not me.
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
do it. This is tricky because if
me to turn
I
them up?
question
Yeah,
them about
just a
it, turn me out. Oh, what?
Is that better?
Go ahead. Just
All right, I'm being me
say,
and natural.
say what you're saying.
This is how I am normally. I don't wanna, if I tell them that I remember something, that's gonna go bad. Okay. And plus, maybe it was just a dream. That's probably what it was. Okay. So, yeah, I think I just have to get out of the car and go out to look at the dam.
All right. So your mom gets out, you get out, And unless there's anything in particular you want to do, you guys have a super stereotypically normal
Yeah.
touristy family day at the Hoover Dam.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom apparently had thrown a picnic lunch in the back of the car.
All right.
So after you guys kind of tour it, you go up and you walk along the top, and your dad, he goes over and looks down. Your mom goes and gives him the look like, don't be a moron. Don't be that guy that gets too close to the edge.
Yeah.
But,
Like the kid in Superman movie where he's
Yeah.
at the railing letting himself go and
but, so absolutely. You guys go back by the car, and your mom gets out this little basket. She's made PBJs for everybody, and, the bottles of Yoo-Hoo.
from a considering Crash to be an unreliable narrator right now, how hard would it be for him to go oh, that was definitely a dream. I had a weird dream, and I just fell asleep in the car, and
I think that's completely a natural reaction.
yeah, okay,
It's not like you've ever had weirdness before.
yeah. And I had a real weird night last night with everything going on.
It's understandable.
Yeah,
Your psyche's just processing weird stuff.
yeah, and tired, and okay, yeah. So I think he's going to just spend most of that time no, I just had a weird dream. I had a weird dream. That's all it was.
It's cool.
All right.
The
Except I think he's constantly reaching behind his head, when his mom reached behind his head, is trying to,
checking things out.
yeah, he's convinced himself it's a dream on the top level, but he's
The
a little unsettled.
I understand
Yeah.
completely. That's the point.
Yep.
The important question I have for you is: do you take off the Band-Aid, or are you just letting it ride?
Yeah, you'd want to look at it. He's
Okay.
he's going to pick at it for sure.
All right.
Because he got shot last night. That was pretty cool.
So you pull it off,
Yeah.
and it seems a lot better.
Huh.
It was sort of an angry reddish mark.
Uh-huh.
It didn't you weren't bleeding
It's a
excessively.
PG-13 wound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But it seems a lot better
Huh.
already. You, out of character,
Mm-hmm.
it would look like it would probably have been healing for a week.
Yeah, the audience is all going whoa.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
From their perspective, it seems way better than it should.
Yeah.
From your in-character perspective, you're I always get better fast.
Yeah, it probably
It's
wasn't.
really not that weird.
Yeah.
You've hurt yourself before in the less contacty sports that you've been allowed to do now.
Yeah. And I'm a quick healer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that about myself. Yeah, okay.
Or
Oh, and it probably wasn't as bad as it looked. It was just cool
It was
that I got shot, but
dark and
yeah,
traumatic at the time and
Yeah.
everything, and you're probably oh, yeah.
it was just scary. I was more yeah, okay. I'm a little bit bummed that I'm not going to have a cool ass scar to show off.
Well, there's still
But-
a little mark, but it doesn't
it's
look
not like I
it-
could tell the story to people anyway. So
Yeah.
aside from these people,
There goes your gangster rap cred.
Sure.
Right out the window. For sure.
yep.
But your parents, after lunch, get you back in the car. They bring you into school. You probably have about an hour, and they say, go visit all your teachers, pick up your homework, and we'll help you work on it tonight after track practice. Come straight home.
Okay. Okay, we'll do. Yeah. So the hour that I'm there is the end of school?
Yeah, right towards, if school gets out at 2:30, you probably got there at 1:30.
Okay, so the main thing I'm trying to do is to figure out where these three are.
Yeah.
I'm
You have a vague idea what classes they're in and stuff,
Yeah.
so you could easily find them.
Okay.
And your mom walks up to the office with you and goes inside and says, "Oh,
As I
here's
recall,
track."
this is Friday, right?
Yes.
Finally.
Back to your question.
My question 3. Okay. So if I were to look at the data with the idea that I wanted to kind of like reverse engineer like what the question was, like
Okay.
if I were a person that were gathering this data, what purpose would I have for it? Is kind of what I want to look at it
I gotcha.
as. Like, you know, you have the Jeopardy answer. What's the question?
Okay.
Does that make
It
sense?
seems like it's a good cross-section of all of sort of the random human emotional responses from the whole town.
Okay.
Like, it seems like this is a computer's attempt to categorize every possible emotional response
Okay.
and all the shades of them,
Yeah.
but it's a computer that doesn't really get it yet.
Which supports my hypothesis that it's like, how do human
Yeah.
research?
Okay. Very much so.
Okay. Second question is: does playing the tape in here seem to have any effect on the adults around us? Because I know I asked Midge to keep an eye on Mr. MacGyver.
No.
It does
He
not.
seems like he's just sitting at his desk and he kind of looks like he's doing some kind of grading.
Okay, so it would be safe to assume that the recording of it is what makes the adults tired. Does that count as my third question?
No.
Okay. Because that
That's
was
the
tied
same
to number two.
thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You would be smart enough to know that there could well be some other kind of like carrier signal sort of component to this, but you probably don't have the hardware hooked up to this machine to make that happen.
Right. Like that would be what the satellite was for.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I didn't bring with me. It doesn't allow me to test that side of it. But okay.
But it's very possible that that is happening, but not something that you can really experiment with right now.
Okay. And then let's see. Third question would be, well, I guess that's more of a if I were researching the carrier signal aspect of it.
Well, you can theoretically ask a question. still.
Okay. So if I were able to figure out how the carrier signal worked, would I be able to figure out a way to reverse it?
You could probably find a way to sort of jam the signal.
Okay.
You don't know what the effects of that would be. Like, you
Hilarious.
assume that it would stop this machine from being able to read the data that it's trying to gather,
Yeah.
but you don't know
But
how
it-
that would affect people,
But okay.
because that's a whole different animal, literally.
Okay. Yes, but theoretically, if I knew what the carrier signal was, I would be able to jam it so that.
Yeah, you could probably refine a way to make that
Cool.
not work, but
Final question. What is the robot's favorite color?
pie, no cake.
It's always pie.
All right. Is there anything you wanted to do with the information that they have learned?
I can't think of anything that Danny would do with that information necessarily, except can I find my parents on there?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
In the time that they're kind of messing
I want to
with
go
the
through. I want to find out what my parents are like. They've sort of explained that they're emotional codes. So Danny wants to find out what is. Do they still love
Okay.
each other?
Oh.
rough, man.
Thought I was the dark one.
Hey, they're going through a divorce, man.
Stop harshing my gig.
You are able to find. You're able to find.
Do you want to have me make a roll to see if I can find both of them, or if I can get that information? Because maybe it wasn't recorded.
No, I mean it was it was recorded for sure. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it properly. That's you're able to probably find your dad, and it's kind of a series of, I really hope the kids are okay. Like, all of his things seem tied to the idea of trying to keep the family together. And your mom is very much like, I want to be out. Like,
Oh, snap.
This is not shit you should know.
yeah, right? But it's very much like, I don't want to be the wife of a diner cook forever. I'm so much happier with the real estate guy. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'll come visit the kids, but
I'm marking upset.
Yeah, no kidding.
that's completely legitimate.
Danny.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nothing. It's wow. Did you guys figure out what's going on with the robots?
I might have some ideas, but first we should figure out what's going on with you. What's up here? Look at your face.
This is your lunch meeting, right? You guys are still at lunch?
Yeah, we're still at lunch.
Okay, great.
That's not the face you normally make.
Dude, I told you my stuff last night. What's going on?
I'm fine, and I'm gonna rip the sheet off that has the mom information, and I'm gonna run out.
Yeah, that's how somebody acts when they're fine.
He's not fine. Also, he took my data.
Like, I'm gonna go after him, okay?
Okay. I'll wrap up here with Mr. MacGyver. See if you can find out what's wrong with Danny. I'll meet up with you.
Yeah. Midge is gonna go jogging out after you. Danny, come on, dude.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Stop saying it's fine.
But
It's obviously not fine.
It's fine.
Dude, let's sit down for a second, okay? What's going on?
Hear the
Dude, I had no idea. I'm
it's
so sorry.
It's not true. It's some stupid robot shit. That's all.
But hey,
Look, those things were stupid. They didn't know what they were talking about. Like, I couldn't even understand what that guy was saying. So this is probably just some garbled information. It's not right. It must be like, I don't know, a signal cross or something, or that's not true.
then it's not true, man. But I mean, I can tell you one thing: your parents care about you. I know that much. That's a hell of a lot better than some people have. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Your parents actively give a damn about you, dude.
Yeah.
And you have both of yours. Look, if anybody
Not for
can...
long.
Look, if anybody can understand having a screwed up family life and issues with parents, I think that I'm the person you could talk to. I mean, you know where my mom is, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be such a...
It's gonna be okay, alright? It's gonna be okay, but, like, it's okay to talk, too. I mean, not that I'm great at it, but it's okay when other people talk.
All right, he smiles at that.
And Midge is actually going to take Waffles out of her pocket, too, and just kind of hold him up. Like, Waffles still likes you,
Save the day.
and I still like you.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh crap! Teacher's coming.
Waffles is like, freedom!
He's probably like super squirmy in Danny's hands.
I gotta get out of here.
Waffles loves that pocket.
The fact that she hasn't gotten caught having the rat at school is like a big deal. We're gonna figure this out, okay? It's gonna be okay. That's what you told me, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you can tell me that in my messed up situation, I have to believe the same for you.
You're right.
Besides, you're a hero, remember?
Yeah, we're heroes.
Secret heroes, which you apparently think is great.
Yeah.
Secret heroes are the best.
So you can make a heart lead.
I can do a heart roll.
That's fine.
Heart.
Roll your heart.
And I had one helpful player left.
You can totally use.
Okay.
Well, that's a luck point that would let you re-roll.
It's for re-rolling?
Yeah.
I always think for some reason it's adding dice.
Yeah.
Never mind. Well, if I screw up badly, because this is worth it. But I didn't.
Hey,
That was a success.
nice.
So you are allowed to clear the condition mechanically.
Alright. I'm still...
Because apparently a couple of seconds with Waffles is still better than the Red Corvette.
Little red Corvette.
I don't know if that's a knock against Crash or against Waffles. Because Waffles is fucking rad.
Waffles handled the situation right there. No lies. Actually, I'm so totally sorry. I should have given you.
Oh, I should have, because
Extra dice.
I did use my...
You didn't need it, but yeah.
Yeah, I did use my
Yeah.
iconic item. But whatever, I nailed it anyway. I'm a really good friend.
You know right when somebody needs waffle time.
Stop. Waffle time. But
Now I
I'm
want a whole
picturing a
series
rat
of.
in hammer pants.
Yeah.
I don't see any.
They have the right
Yeah.
legs for
They
it
do.
Yeah, I'd like to see that happen, actually.
in
we
front
have
of a
that?
Waffle House.
Can we have that now,
I
please?
need to practice
Somebody
drawing more.
animate
I
that.
need to practice drawing more rats so I can draw one in hammer pants.
Yes. Amazing.
It's all right.
Master Splinter in hammer pants.
So the rest of the afternoon for you guys, unless there's something else specific you want to do.
I did want to go back and talk to Mr. MacGyver just because he's my anchor
Oh, that's right.
to try and clear my injury.
Yes. You can totally go after you kind of shut down the thing. Are you
Okay.
taking the tapes with you?
Yes. I'm going to take the tapes with me.
You can load up and head out of the little computer lab, and he goes, "Oh, are you guys all done? Your friends left already, but
Yeah, I was just gathering up the data. Sorry I used so much printer paper. There was more on the tapes than I thought.
you have like a chunk." He's like, "Oh, it's all right. I can't use it now."
Wasn't being
fine.
used for anything.
Yeah, it's just there. It's cool.
He prints out his D&D sheets
Um,
on there.
Yeah.
Like he specifically designed a word perfect template, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For D&D.
That'd be awesome. I wonder if
Um,
he let us borrow it for our D&D games.
He, when you're coming out of the computer lab, he notices that you're kind of like walking funny,
Oh, okay.
and he's like, "Are you okay?" Like,
Yeah, I was riding my bike yesterday and I fell down. I'm okay. I just like bruised my hip a little bit.
oh,
Oh, they'll fall off the bike story. Huh.
I was riding my bike and I fell down. I
Yeah.
didn't tell a lie.
both of these statements are
sophistry,
independently
nice.
true.
Yeah.
Very
I
nice.
didn't tell a lie all at once.
He's like, "Well,
Let him come to his own conclusion scientifically.
Fairy wording. Good job.
do you need like an aspirin or something?" Like,
Yeah, I think that might help.
well, come on. Like, I don't need to finish this right now.
Okay.
I got prep period next anyway, so.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Grading's the worst.
Especially when it's like, because clearly at this point of the week, it's the drudgery of like the homework check.
Yep.
Like yeah, you did it. Good job.
Correct.
So he, he goes, he powers down the computer lab, and the school's electrical panel stops spinning around like the Griswold's house. Then locks the door, and he walks you down the hall, takes you to the nurse's office, and says, "Cassie, she fell down yesterday, and she says she's hurting a little bit. I hope maybe you could give her some stuff. And the school nurse is like, oh, of course. Because they don't even have to fill out paperwork at this point.
Just like, here you go.
It's like, oh, yeah, you want some... It's like candy.
Flintstones chewable morphine.
Anti-pain candy.
But yeah, he hooked you up for sure.
Sweet. Thanks, Mr. MacGyver.
He's your dealer.
Science teacher for the win.
I was really hoping he was going to like rig up some kind of contraption out of like duct tape.
Give me like a robo exoskeleton for my leg.
I've been trying out this.
Well, like, it's all fun and games for the science teacher
Do you
guy
mind if I
to
call you Murphy?
take somebody to the office, but to be like, hang on, let me figure out a duct tape mechanical thing around your hips.
Yeah, it was just because he's MacGyver.
Yeah, no, I get it.
He's gonna make it with like a paperclip and a rubber band.
Yeah, that too.
He just spins it, and he's like, watch the paper clip. He'll forget about the pain.
Hypnotherapy.
But yeah, he gets you all hooked up.
Cool.
And the rest of the afternoon passes uneventfully until Crash is now roaming the halls of school
Yeah.
looking for you guys.
Oh, does he find us? Something.
You can narrate out that process, man, like however you want.
Whoever's outside of class. I don't. I mean, Crash is like going up to the window and the door. It's like,
Oh yeah.
trying not to get caught, but
Well,
also
after school, I think the first priority was going to be to go and find Crash.
Right.
Yeah, so we're probably
Like,
congregating in our
yeah,
bikes,
ride.
like
Yeah.
outside.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think that probably what we ride up to the street and we're like at the corner, and then we're having the meeting of like, do we go up to the door? I mean,
Like
is
during
his car
during
there?
the last hour of school before everybody gets
Yeah.
out, like you
Oh,
could
okay.
totally have made eye contact with the door.
That's
and-
right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
try to find
Yeah.
like, hey, let's meet up.
They're not
after.
necessarily out of class,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
can pass the
I
word.
make the
like,
facial expression that says "Let's meet up after school at over by the bike rack." You
Okay.
know, that sort of like.
Cafeteria tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll go
Sitting
to the
in
bike
class,
rack.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, just gesturing.
He does like this pedal thing through
Yeah,
the window
yeah.
with his hands.
Crash wants to have like a dance party?
he wants to watch dogs swim.
The infuriating thing
Engage in
is,
fisticuffs? I don't.
if Crash went to dance class,
heading
he
for
would
boxing.
also be good at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the infuriating thing about him is he like
Just immediately good at
yeah
all things.
like it's what an asshole.
Like Crash is just waiting for the mid '90s when Dance Dance Revolution
Uh-huh.
becomes a thing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
he'll crush it. Yeah.
Crash will crush it?
Yeah.
I like that.
So after school, you guys get out to the bike rack,
Yeah.
and there is Crash.
Dude,
what
where are you?
happened?
So Mom and Dad kept me home, and we had a picnic at the dam.
Okay.
That
so you're-
seems like a weird reward
You're
for...
not in trouble?
I mean, they were pretty mad at first, and then kind of not. I don't know. It's pretty confusing.
How's your arm?
It's
Yeah,
a
what'd they
lot
say?
better. Like pulls up his sleeve, and it's like, look, I don't even need a Band-Aid. I don't think it was
Wait.
as bad as it
Wait.
looked last
Wait
time.
a minute. There's
Dude,
no way it should
I
be
have like
that
a
healed.
ruined shirt.
No, look, I think it just looked worse than it was. Because I mean, it's
With
it's
all
like
of
a
the-
scratch.
Complaining you did about how much it
Yeah.
hurt?
Well, I got shot.
Yeah.
I have a shirt that's like soaked in blood.
It's not soaked in blood.
Yeah,
I'll
you got
get it from the trash,
Like,
dude.
what?
It's
Gross.
soaked in blood.
you got
Well, I wasn't gonna
shot.
bring it in.
Wait, that doesn't just heal.
It was a graze.
A graze doesn't even just heal. When was the last time you had a skinned knee that didn't last a couple days?
Yeah, what did they give you at this picnic?
What? No, we just packed a lunch and stuff. Also, I slept a bunch in the car, which was awesome. I just had weird dreams. I finally got to sleep a little bit. It was nice.
Roll that back.
What kind of dreams did you have?
Like weird car dreams. It's whatever.
Okay, pretend I've never had weird
Remember-
car dreams.
Remember
what,
them?
What,
we were all having
what does that
weird
mean?
dreams that were all kind of the same. What was yours?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys probably didn't have this dream. Like,
No, because we were at school.
Okay.
But what happened in your dream?
look, it was just like my parents were mad scientists experimenting on me. Because it's like, they're scientists.
What kind of experiment?
Like on your arm?
I don't remember. Like, it's fuzzy. You know, it was a weird dream.
Can you heal from other things? Wait, sorry.
Well, it's not like a superpower.
Okay, so you had a weird dream that your
Do you-
parents
are you
experimented
sure?
on you, and then your arm was suddenly healed?
No, look, it's not even done healing. It's like there's kind of a, you can see where the cut was. Like, I don't think it was as bad as it. Like, it was kind of bloody in the moment, and it just wasn't that bad.
There's a lot going on with dreams and things that are weird, and you're just gonna let this go?
I didn't really think of it that way.
It's probably all connected.
Huh.
Did they do other experiments on you? And Danny's like checking him out for like cybernetics and
Yeah.
Wait, what do
Does it have
your
any
parents do again at the lab? Do you know? I mean, do they do anything
Yeah.
medical?
Yeah, no, not at all. Dad's a programmer and Mom's an engineer.
And you dreamed that they were doing something like medical experimenting.
Yeah,
I
it
would
was on
like to
a
look
table
back
or
through the
something.
data for entries about his parents.
What's that big stack of paper?
Hang on, I'm reading.
Ugh.
Oh, it's
Like, I think Crash has like a physical response. Like, why would you do that on purpose?
Pulled out a phone book and you're just
It's-
enjoying it. What
it's
the hell?
not 100% accurate though.
in some cases.
Well, but what is it?
It's the data from the tape.
So I would say another mind comprehend.
Okay.
Well, it's just a print. Well, this is some. I'm gonna like look over your shoulder as you're reading.
It seems to be like a lot of thoughts of people. It's really mundane stuff. Oops.
Crap. I did not get any successes.
Hold on. Let me take a crack at this because I was doing that and be like, here, let me see it. And then I'm gonna botch it.
And then I'll roll my 3
I
dice.
probably don't
Amazing.
actually remember his parents' like first names.
Mr. and Mrs. Clay.
Nope.
Mr. and Mrs.
I'm also
Clay.
garbage at
All
it.
right, I'm gonna roll my 3 dice.
See if you can figure out what we're looking at.
Well,
You mean
do
that-
do
that
you guys
and that?
explain what you're looking for to him?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking over her shoulder, like, huh?
Oh no, I probably wouldn't.
What are what are your parents' first names again? I kind of forgot before we even started looking.
Renee and Will.
All right, well, here
Okay,
you look
here.
at it.
Look for that.
Well, okay.
Just trust me.
What am I looking for?
Your parents' names, which you're not going to find.
Hold on. I'm going to use my helpful player. One of my last 2 helpful players. They're dwindling. 1 left. Hey, I got one.
You don't find any entry that looks familiar.
Huh.
But I will allow you to make the connection that last night your parents stayed up all night waiting for you to get home because they were worried.
Oh.
So after they kind of explained what this is about
Yeah.
a little bit, because they didn't see anything and you're like, no, I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Crash made a connection.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So he's looking at this and he's like making a face as he's reading.
He's a
this.
pod person.
His lips are moving, as he's sort of like reading aloud. He's like clearly having trouble with this like wall of text.
Yeah, because it's not formatted in a user-friendly way
Yeah.
at all.
I mean, there's a lot of names, but don't you remember? Like my parents didn't even go to sleep last night.
Oh, you're right.
I wonder if this
course.
only like gets sleeping people.
Yes. You're right.
And they put a
They
fresh
wouldn't even
tape
be
up
in
while
here.
we were there.
Yeah. They wouldn't be on this one. There must be more tapes on the island.
Oh, I don't want to go back there. I really don't want to do that.
What if we go in the daytime?
We still have to go back to the
We have to
island
go
where the
back.
robots are.
Yeah, we got to figure out why the robots are here.
Maybe we should tell the cops.
We have to go back.
we're gonna a
'Cause
bunch of kids go
they're
into the
telling
police
lies.
station and tell them that there's random robots on an island.
Dude, I would be so toast if we went to the police and told them
They're not
about
gonna
any of
believe
this.
us.
I don't think we should tell the cops.
No.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
I didn't even tell Mr. MacGyver, and he would probably believe me if anybody.
You guys really want to go back?
Well, I mean, what if we go, Saturday in the middle of the day?
Yeah. When we won't get in trouble, we
Yeah.
could say it's for a science project.
Hey, did you guys get in trouble at all when you got home?
No.
No.
My parents didn't notice.
My dad thought I was at Cassie's anyway.
Nice. How about you?
Caught my sister sneaking out.
What?
No way! Well, I mean...
She's been doing it for a while, but she wouldn't listen when I told her to go back inside.
Where was
Why
she
would
even
she
going?
listen to you?
She's your
She's older than
sister.
you are anyway.
Yeah, but I'm a boy, and she should listen to me.
Oh,
What?
Danny, we're going to have a long talk later.
In 25 years, you're going to be in
Yeah,
the shit,
I
boy.
Crash actually takes a step away. It's like, that doesn't. Oh, something bad's gonna happen.
What would that have to do with anything?
Just because it's my job to make sure she's safe when my parents aren't around.
I don't think that's how any of that works.
No. She's the older one. She would be in charge when your parents aren't around.
Well, in charge, but not, safe.
That's what robots are for. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, the robots. We have to go back. Forget I said anything.
I won't.
I refuse.
But yeah, tomorrow is Saturday. We can go during the day.
And we'll be able to see what they're doing a lot better.
Yes, we'll be able to look around easier and spot them coming. And maybe talk to them and make friends and reprogram them so they're not trying to make everybody go to sleep.
I'd be happy if they just weren't being robots at all anymore.
Maybe
Okay.
they're not making people go to sleep, but they're messing with them while they're asleep, so they're not rested after sleeping.
Yeah. Consequently,
Does
making
that-
them go to sleep later. Yes.
Well, yeah, but like the thing isn't making people go to sleep,
Right.
right? Because otherwise, my parents would have fell asleep last night.
Yes, correct.
So we're doing this tomorrow?
I think so. I mean, it's going to be too late if we go now. We'll get stuck there in the dark again.
Yeah, not again, thank you very much.
Out of character. There was a fair. There's a
Can you
ferry
feel
that goes
this?
there during the day.
Yeah,
or no?
of
Not to
course.
that particular
You're
island.
poking me.
I
goes-
just,
Does it go to the one near there?
He's not RoboCop, dude.
no, he's like Wolverine, maybe.
There is a ferry that goes past.
I wouldn't
Oh
stop
no,
a cut.
no, there's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe it's, but this is a
There
comic.
is a ferry
it's not
that
fully
kind
real.
of goes. So it goes past it, sort of,
Oh, I see.
but
okay.
it does not stop there.
Just jump off the
I
ferry and
notice if
swim.
we jump off. Yeah.
Yeah, there'd probably be some people, especially during the middle of the day on a Saturday.
Yeah.
There would probably be some people like, "Oh my God, those kids just jumped in the lake! Why?"
Well, that gives
Throwing
us
the
almost a day to
completely
build a
ineffective
boat.
little, part barely floating donut after you.
So are we going tomorrow?
I think we need to go tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow's better than later. I mean, if we're concerned that they're going to start this whole project up again, we want to stop it before it gets started.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they might guard it better.
I mean, we'll have to see in the morning if anybody's parents looks particularly sleepy again. We'll know that they've repaired the satellite. But in the meantime, I can go home and work on the satellite. I think
And they'll never expect us to come back again.
I think if we can figure out what kind of signal it uses to record the data from people, I can make one to jam it. And then that way they wouldn't be able to record any more data.
And that'd be good. That's a good idea. If we can't figure out what they want and stop them.
Yeah, but maybe if we can just figure out what they want and, like, tell them the answers to their questions. Maybe they'll go away.
Best case scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can answer every question about what makes you sad. It's like there's a lot of information there.
Well, we could give them options.
Well, what are we going to do until then?
Prepare.
Well, we're gonna
Like, end the episode, montage.
Gonna need a montage.
we're gonna need a boat, like a boat or a way to get out there again. We
You
can't
gotta
just
get to an
steal
island
another
the next
boat.
day somehow.
or borrow another boat.
And we have no way, we have to have some way to stop them in case.
We're gonna need some
You
weapons.
guys would know that during the day it is like a public marina,
Yeah, I was about
and there's
to
probably
say-
some rental boats and
Yeah.
stuff out
I think
there.
you mentioned that last
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That there's probably the
Well,
rental
they
boats.
rent to children.
Probably.
I think you mentioned like there were like paddle boats and stuff like
Oh,
the
okay.
foot crank ones and
Yeah.
stuff. That'll be really
Yeah.
sucky.
There's probably some even like little sailboats that they'll rent out to kids.
Okay.
Like think about like Jaws. They let those kids have a boat and go
Yeah.
out and almost get eaten.
Yeah, and it's
Thanks,
the 80s.
Jaws, Mayor.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Children
They
a lot
totally
more
will.
free range in the
So we'll
80s.
need money for a boat to rent.
And if we're going back out there, I gotta give this ankle some rest.
Yeah, you stay off your ankle. Maybe put some ice on it. We're gonna need more weapons. Do you have any more sports things?
Yeah.
Like that's the montage. Is like he just opens a shed in his
Yeah.
backyard and it's just
Dun, dun, dun,
racks
dun.
of
He doesn't
every
understand
point.
why she's asking that, but the answer is definitely yes. Like, that's- hey, do you want me to try wrapping your ankle? My coach showed me like a cool way to do it last time, and my ankle healed up in like 2 days.
I don't have 2 days, but
But I mean, a lot of times sprained ankles take way longer than that. So
yeah, I guess that's one of the things I would trust you with.
sports medicine.
Crash. Kinesiologist, right?
I mean, that's probably his
Yeah.
primary
I said it right.
trajectory
Okay.
at this point. Is kinesiology.
Well, the thing is, Midge knows enough about Crash that she can say that, and it would be insulting. But she knows that Crash would be like,
yeah, that's
okay.
that's fine. He's self-aware.
Yeah,
to a
that's what I
degree,
mean.
you know,
it's like she could say that, and he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Use your sports powers on my ankle.
yeah.
yeah. Just don't ask your parents to do it because I don't want to end up in a creepy lab.
Maybe you get superpowers too, then.
He doesn't have superpowers.
No, and I wasn't in the lab. It was a dream. None of you had a lab dream.
We were awakened at school.
That's because your parents are robots and it wasn't a dream. Okay, bye.
They're not robots.
I love how that's your answer for everything. But it turned true one time, and now that's going to be
She
it.
just hopes everything is robots, and then now that it's been true one time, she's so pumped.
When did Terminator come out?
Because as soon as you started down that path, I was like, yeah, it is robots.
I'm not saying it was robots.
But it
It
was
was
probably
robots.
robots.
Yeah, I mean, do you have bandages? Where can we get bandages for?
From the like the coach's office.
He's just gonna let you take some bandages?
Yeah, he's probably not in there.
You know you have like 10 minutes until track practice.
Yeah, that's all right. This is more important.
That's
I can be
fine.
a little late to track practice. I just can't miss track practice.
I would just let
Just
you
get
know.
yelled at and do laps. Like, oh no, more laps. I like running. Yeah, like how do you punish a cross country runner? Like, I don't,
You aren't allowed to
Stand
run.
there.
Yeah, stand.
Watch the other people run.
Push-ups. That's it.
Oh.
You're on the water table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pull-ups.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just like. Oh, I know. Yeah, let's go out to the track, and I'll just get the med bag that's there, and we'll just wrap up your ankle real quick.
Okay. I'm sure the jocks will be thrilled to see me out there.
Yeah, I mean, they probably don't know who you are.
Crash, everybody in this damn school knows who I am.
Oh yeah, because of your cool hair.
No.
Wow.
I'm glad you're oblivious to it. That makes me feel
Crash
better.
takes a second, looks around, and there is absolutely that flow of kids heading your way that bubbles and goes out around. So there's you're like the shark in the middle of the school of fish, Yeah.
The fish are like, don't notice me, don't
Oh,
notice
no,
me, don't
no.
look at me, don't look at me.
I love that Crash is completely oblivious to all of that.
Yeah. Well, I think it would require him to experience a sense of personal danger, and he doesn't have that because he survived a really bad injury, and it's like, I'm good. Let's just go.
All right.
All right.
So you get out to the track.
Yep.
You can attempt to do your heart lead
Okay.
ankle bandaging roll.
All right.
Don't fuck it up.
I got 6.
I'm gonna be on crutches the rest of the game.
No.
Oh no!
Wait, I have another helpful player. There we go. They're all gone now. I was trying to use them up, so they were all. And there we go.
Yay!
That's
Woo!
better.
Nailed it.
Just the one.
That's all you need.
Nailed it enough.
So he starts and he sort of wraps up your ankle and you're like, I can already not feel my toes, dude. What's up? And then he's like, oh, and then he kind of redoes it and it feels pretty good. And your ankle doesn't really hurt anymore.
That's not bad.
So you should try to ice it tonight, but don't just leave the ice on until you can't feel your feet anymore, because apparently that's bad.
I would think so.
That I heard. I didn't do that.
Let's go with that, Crash. You did me a solid. I'll believe that you've never iced your feet too much.
Cool. That works out really well.
I guess you have track practice or something. All right, cool. I'm going to go anywhere else that the jocks aren't.
Okay, I mean they're not that bad.
You absolutely do see a bunch of them that they've been kind of like stretching and warming up
Yeah.
and getting ready.
Yeah.
And like they're looking over and they see Crash with you and they're like,
I just kind of glare at them.
especially like the touching.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
middle school weird.
Meet us at Jack's after practice.
Okay, what, is that the?
That's the record store.
Yeah, thank you.
And don't let the other players give you
Jack
crap.
stacks of wax.
Nice.
At least it is now.
Yeah, that's good. Let's hold on. Record store.
Oh, right.
Jack's
Sorry, my
wax
note
stacks?
page is also doing double duty as the...
A prop.
Yes.
Yes.
Jack's wax stacks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we get out, finish bandage, you go up, and then boom, he takes off his sweats and he's got those short shorts on.
Oh yeah.
Like obnoxiously short, and runs off to practice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 80s, so you've got like the knee-high athletic socks
yes.
and then the
Oh,
really
yeah.
short shorts.
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect.
No
Range of
self-consciousness. Yeah.
What's that dude's name? I don't remember. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Off we go. Yeah.
He's also
Exactly.
the oldest kid. Like, he's supposed to be a 9th grader, so he's the oldest kid on the team. in
Yeah,
middle
yeah.
School. So
You're clearly taller than most
yeah,
of the other kids.
you got like some body hair and like just like a teenager, and a lot of these kids are still 12. So, you know.
The days when a year made a difference.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes a lot of difference at this age.
The last time I remember even being annoyed about age was I got married and I was 24. My wife was 25
Uh huh.
because she's like 8 months ahead of me, right?
Sure.
And
Car rental?
yes,
Yeah.
my wife
I remember
despises driving. I rented the car online, no problem. They took my money. They were happy to do that. We got there, and they're like, you can't drive this car. Not even a little bit. And I'm like,
So
What
weird.
kind
to
of garbage
me.
is this? Why did you let me do... Like, I had to give you my information online
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you rented me the car.
You
and
knew
said
how
it was
old I
cool.
was.
Which I don't
And
understand.
now we're in New Orleans, and son of a bitch.
They will
I
let
don't
you
understand.
rent the car. You just can't drive it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yours to sit in to your heart's
You
desire.
have a driver's license, so why do they fucking care? Once you have that and you
Yeah.
have reasonable equity because you've paid for the rental, why the fuck can't you actually drive it till that age?
Well, their insurance rates go through the roof for anyone under 25.
It's still
they should just
very
let you
silly
pay
and
an
arbitrary.
insurance bonus or something. Like,
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah,
the
totally is.
end.
Totally.
So then my wife
Just
that doesn't like driving is forced to drive us from the airport into the heart of the French Quarter.
Oh, no.
And she's like terrified.
On your honeymoon.
Yeah.
and-
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So we
that
started
sucks.
off like getting off the plane, and she's like, "That was awesome." So, track practice is concluded.
Great.
Anything anybody else wants to get done that night?
No.
No, I think we just
I
went
want to
back
go
to the
poke
record
around
store.
with the satellite.
Oh, I'm going to
Am I
Jack's after track practice.
But do you have something specific you want to have happen at Jack?
Oh, I meet up with him because he said meet there.
Well, I
Right.
just assumed we were
it's just the
planning
usual?
to, like,
Just
checking
hang
in.
out.
Hey, Cassie,
Yeah.
can I stay over again tonight?
Yeah, my parents won't probably know or care.
All right, I'm gonna tell my dad, and then I'm gonna come over.
Okay. You can help me with the satellite.
I guess I'll still come over.
Does my mom come home tonight?
Nope.
All right.
Just don't think about that real estate agent.
I wasn't.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks,
Until you
Crash.
said that.
That's out of character.
I know, I
don't
know,
any
I
of
know.
that stuff
I
in
know.
character.
Speaking of
does.
parents, is my dad gonna give me any crap for staying over?
Oh,
at
but that's
Cassie's
true.
again?
I probably do ride home
he
and
just
like check
doesn't
out all
care?
of the ads on the
No, I think
benches.
like he was pretty happy with you last
Deface
night.
a couple
Like
of 'em.
he's assuming that you were actually trying to do some
That's
work.
him.
And it's
Okay.
Friday, and
Okay, just want to make
it's
sure.
the neighbor's house.
She's gonna be nervous. She wants to make sure she's still on good terms with him.
Yeah, he seems
Especially
pretty-
after seeing the printout. She's gonna be like extra like tiptoey.
Sure, and he seems pretty okay. Like, you can tell that the fact that things didn't seem to get any worse yesterday is a big relief for him. Like,
Okay.
he didn't have to work a double shift today, so he's actually home when you get there.
Weird.
He seems kind of like he's chilling. He's like, you can totally sleep over at your friend's house. I was going to go get a beer with some friends. Awesome.
Cool. That means he's gonna leave later, and I can sneak back and get beer out of the fridge. Just started early. No, I'm not gonna do that. But okay.
Cool. So when I get home, are my parents there?
Your mom is not,
Okay.
but your dad is.
Oh. Okay. So I'll go in. Hey, Dad.
He's like, "Oh, sweetie," and you see him, and he's laid out like after school snack on the table for you, and he's like being super nice, like.
He's the robot.
I'm checking him for robot parts immediately.
They're throwing magnets at
Give him a
him.
big
See if they
hug.
stick.
Yeah, to see if it sticks to it.
It seems like.
That's
it
his
seems like
voice
he's
go
probably
all over
kinda,
when
like
you
with
bring
the
the-
way everything has been the past few days.
Yeah.
Like he's really trying to sort of overcompensate
Okay.
for the fact that like he doesn't know that you know about your mom and dad fighting.
Oh, okay.
Like he's not aware that you're aware of that, but you feel like he's trying to be super family guy.
Everything's
like,
fine.
Yeah.
Make up for a
Yeah.
week's worth of yuck
Yeah.
on one day. Yeah.
He doesn't know that you know that he knows that.
Yes.
Right.
So clearly you can't choose the cup in front of you.
Exactly. Choose the snack in front of him.
He reached across the table.
It's bolts and washers.
Although it's great that you've been building up that iocane powder community,
Resistance,
so
yes.
that's cool.
Yeah. Thanks for the snack, Dad. This is awesome.
Well, I've been so tired lately. I took an extra day off. They seem like they got the reactor back to working and everything, so
Oh, good. Cool.
yeah, we're balanced out again. And I just wanted to try and do something nice for you.
Thank you. This
You've been
is
working
awesome.
so hard.
This is really cool. Is it okay if Midge stays over tonight?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Did you go over, or no? You're probably your dad.
Yeah, I would have come
stopped at
over
your
like
house.
as soon as I was done talking to my dad. I would probably would have
You
gone
probably
over.
get there just after this whole conversation.
Yeah, because I figure I'd go over early enough to mooch dinner.
He's
smart.
like, we could. Do you want to order Chinese food or pizza or something?
Yeah, pizza would be awesome.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
Should we get
He's
to work
actually
on
probably
the
he's probably
science
the kind of
project?
dad that doesn't know you can call and get them to bring it. He like will get in the
Go
car
get it.
and drive and pick up the pizza and come home and
And then be excited. Oh, I just saw that they have delivery.
It's funny.
Should we go
Yeah,
work on our science project?
Yeah, we're gonna work on a science project in my
Oh,
room.
okay.
So yeah, we'll be up there when you get the pizza.
sure. And he's super friendly. Like friendlier than you've ever seen.
It's creeping me out. Getting messages from the future.
The future.
Dave's a robot!
No, everyone's a robot.
Sometimes like the Twitter algorithms and stuff that pop up that like inform me of things.
Did they just say that we went live?
Oh,
Because I've
no.
seen that before.
No.
Oh, see, that's why I don't get Twitter to my watch, because that'd just be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
god.
Yeah, well, I'm not popular, so it's fine. All 3 retweets a week. Woo. But
I don't know how to take that, because I have so little ego about my fucking Twitter, so it's like, oh, I guess I do have more than average?
no.
A muscle spasm every time. Oh,
Earlier today,
no,
I
someone
sat down
just said
to
something.
like kind of rewatch this and think about game prep and do that kind of stuff. And I put Twitch up on one screen, and then I usually do something completely mindless on the other. In this case, I was going to play solitaire
Oh yeah.
on the little like included
I saw
Windows
your
10 solitaire
story
thing.
about that.
And it popped up with an unskippable 5-minute
What?
video ad.
In
What
solitaire?
Yeah.
Fuck!
No
Wow.
way.
Because the solitaire on Windows 10, it has like, if you want to pay X amount of dollars per month, then you can have an ad-free experience.
But it did make you feel sufficiently alone, which is the point of solitaire,
Right.
right? So,
Fair.
But like, I was super angry about this 5-minute Lexus ad
Yeah.
that I was like, what? Like, I muted it. You don't have to listen to it,
Yeah,
thank
that's
heavens.
good.
But
5 minutes?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
me think of, like, I'm not a huge Black Mirror fan, I'm just going to say that, but what is it, like 500 million credits or something, where you live in a box and there's, like, ads and you can't really live your life without them unless you pay to not... We're headed there.
Super true.
That's like the one Black Mirror episode where I went, oh, fuck.
So just now, Stu replied to me like, "Pledged to never buy a Lexus," and I was thrown off. Like, what is this even about? Like, I had
What does
forgotten
that mean?
entirely.
That's so funny.
It's code.
Yeah, and I was like, "What happened to Lexus?" What?
Hilarious.
Anyway,
So yes, we're gonna go up and
The Condor has left the
tinker
hospital.
with the satellite dish.
all right.
I want to see if I can, I don't know, hook it up to my Commodore 64 and figure out what kind of carrier signal it's got.
I'm going to watch what she's doing and play with waffles.
So I guess let's go with a tech tinker,
Okay.
because this is clearly like component parts,
Yeah. Yes.
and the first step is figuring out how to connect it, because
How-
it's not like
Right.
it's not a serial.
It's just got
port.
wires dangling out
Yeah,
from where
'cause
he
just
ripped it out.
Jerked it off
Okay.
of there. Yeah.
I took Tech Tinker.
Uh-huh.
Can I add a dice in? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
kind
can
of
help.
like
Be the
playing over
helper,
your shoulder
for
a little
sure.
bit.
You can help? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, take an extra die. Because I'm mostly playing with waffles, but I've been paying a little more attention lately. That's why I took the Tinker
Yeah.
last time.
2 successes.
Yay.
One of those is mine.
Thanks, Midge.
Let's
And waffles.
Mostly
I'm
waffles.
actually
Waffles is
curious about-
morale support.
Okay, so with your first success, you achieve success in hooking it up to your machine.
Okay.
Your second success, you can use for one of 3 things. That's kind of interesting. Oh no.
Yes. Have some.
Well, this is kind of...
There's the tiniest little gnat flying around the studio right now. It's driving me absolutely crazy.
It hasn't come into my sight line.
But now,
So, I will let you choose.
Okay.
The thing is more durable.
Mm-hmm.
The thing can do more than expected, or the thing is more discreet than expected.
Oh. I'm choosing that for the satellite.
For, anything you use the satellite to your computer connection for,
Okay.
So I'd say discreet would mean that you don't have to put it on a 30-foot pole and stick it up in the air
Yeah. Okay.
in the backyard. Like, you could have it pointed just out your window and it would achieve something.
Okay.
Can do more would be, it gives you some more information about what it's able to do, kind of thing. And then
Okay.
more durable would mean that, like, you could rig it up to be, like, attached to a backpack and you could...
Well,
Good.
these
it'll
are
take
all
2
really
crashes
good
to rip it
options.
off the pole.
All really good
I'll
options.
have to hit it really hard.
I think I'm gonna go with it can do more than expected.
Okay. So you get it hooked up, and it starts to give you some basic information. Like, it's got some circuitry in the sort of, like, receiver end. Like, on the satellite dish, there's that part that's suspended
Yeah.
out here. It has a bunch of electronics in it that translate the signal into stuff. So you're able to, since you saw that readout already, you're able to figure out how to access that kind of data stream.
Okay.
And it seems like the dish itself is able to sort of transmit just sort of a blanket signal that is on some kind of a frequency that seems like it would interface with just the general human brain.
Okay.
It's, this is a little bit science fiction-y, but
Sure.
that's kind of the world we're in. So, like, it's something to do with sort of the EEG pattern of somebody in REM sleep.
Okay.
So it's on that frequency that taps into that, and it seems like it then absorbs the data from people's dreams.
Okay.
That it can do more than expected. You know, to get any more information out of this thing, you gonna have to like climb out on your roof and put it out there.
Okay.
Because it has to have some.
Well, my
clear line
room
of
is on
sight
the
kind of
second
thing.
floor, and
We have to say anything to the
and
satellite dish.
it's got like, I'm going off of my roof growing up as a child. It's got like some shingles area where you can climb out onto on the
Sure.
second floor.
Well, yeah, you can get out your window and climb up onto the roof. That's
Yeah.
not a big deal, but it's something that's going to have to happen for you to want to do more with it.
Okay.
I'm sure we've done that before because you probably are like tracking stars or something too.
Probably. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try and climb up the roof.
Okay.
I'm going to help you with that.
So that's
We're
a
climbing things.
body move.
Okay. All right.
Do you want me to
Because
help you with that?
You have to-
Probably.
you
Well,
have
how's
to
your
move
how's
it.
your body move?
I have 2 and 1.
Move it.
Okay, I've got one more die. Do you want to help me get it out onto the roof, or do you want to take it out on the roof?
How long's the cord attaching it to my computer?
You could rig it up to be whatever length.
So I
works for
can
you.
leave the computer inside and she can take the thing on the roof?
Yes.
Or
Okay.
climb up and maybe like grab it from
Yeah.
you so I don't risk dropping it.
Let's do that.
Can we do that?
You
Okay.
have enough various cables.
I will help you climb.
Okay, because I'm a
Unwire
little
and
more
attach.
athletic than you are.
Yeah, I'll
so-
like spot you.
Okay, and if this doesn't work, I'm blaming these dice. And I still have that help a player that I forgot
Yes.
was for not that reason earlier.
It's a good thing your ankle's all better.
Right? That did not work. I am going to cash in that last help a player that I had.
Okay.
Because I know I had one left.
Use them.
Yes!
Ooh.
Woo!
One success.
Okay. You climb out the window. pull yourself up onto the roof, and she sort of hands the dish out to you.
Yeah.
You get it, and like it starts to slip out of your hands, but then you manage to kind of
Yeah.
get it there. You get it up to sort of
heavier than I thought.
you get it up to sort of the peak of the roof, and you sort of prop it there against the chimney,
Okay.
like without taking time to like go to the hardware store and get stuff to mount it properly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not going to get more secure than that.
Okay.
I wouldn't leave it up there if you expect there to be a rainstorm or wind or anything. But
Sure.
Well, I'm probably going to perch over on the side of the roof where I can hear her and she can hear me, but not necessarily come back into the room so
Okay.
that I can get it again afterwards.
Yeah.
Or in case someone decides to walk by thinking we look suspicious.
That's
Which,
fair.
yeah.
Yeah, are you on the street side of the roof or the back side of the roof?
It's your house.
Oh, yeah.
My room is probably in the front, but like you could easily just go over the back and yell
Yeah, I
to
mean,
me.
I obviously don't want to be seen, and
Yeah.
I'd probably sneak back around. Like, kids being
There's
on roof
probably a
isn't
chimney
weird.
you could hide
Yeah.
next to.
It's the
Yeah.
other thing. I'm not worried about being spotted myself on the roof. I'm worried about the satellite being spotted on the roof.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, everybody in the neighborhood knows that my parents are super nerds and I'm a super science nerd. They would not be surprised.
Yeah, that's true. It's a weather experiment.
Yes. It's a weather experiment. It's fine.
All right, it's up here now.
Just take a lawn chair
Okay.
up with you and
Poking buttons, getting
I
data.
should have taken that beer out of Dad's fridge.
yeah,
Sit up there with a lawn chair and a beer on her roof.
that would have looked.
As he comes out and gets in his car to drive off to the bar with his friends, and he's like, huh,
Although
I didn't see that.
she'd be one of those kids that like would probably try beer and be like, "It's great, but it really doesn't taste good." But she just says it does.
Yeah.
to
Oh, yeah.
sound
'Cause it's
like she's a
cool.
little edgy.
Yeah.
So you're able to. It seems like it doesn't have any data feed right now
Okay.
because it's still like late afternoon.
Right.
It also seems like
Danny, go to sleep.
it also seems like the signal wave that it puts out is something that you could, with your computer, manage to tweak to be like an exact mirror image
Okay.
to try and cancel it,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. Again, that's up to you if you want to see what science hath wrought.
Oh, she always wants to see what science has
'Cause
Yeah.
got.
The answer
Like-
to that is always yes.
Like, you know that you could do that and that it would, in the laws of physics, cancel out that signal.
Okay.
But what that does to people, you don't know. Like, putting out more interference on that same frequency,
It's probably fine.
I mean, there's only one way to find out, right?
Everyone in the town is dead.
Experimenting on living people is probably fine.
And that's how we got the zombie apocalypse.
Like I said, everyone in the town is dead or undead.
So I'm not gonna do that yet because I want to see what the data looks like coming in once it is a reasonable time for people to go to sleep.
okay.
And
pizza's coming.
what
pizza's
time is
coming.
it when you're working on this?
it's probably like 5 p.m.
Yeah, ish.
Oh, okay, that's a good time for me
Like-
to come running home.
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
dad is probably just leaving to go get the pizza.
Yeah. So as long he's not gonna look at the roof. Why would he do that?
No.
So I'm gonna leave it up there. Hey Midge, I think we should leave the satellite up there for now. I want to see if it starts giving us any data once people fall asleep.
All right, come back in.
Hey, what are you doing up there?
Whoa, dude,
Don't yell at people
Hey.
on roofs.
what are you doing over here?
Practice is over. I just got home.
This isn't your home.
Well, I lived in that house right there, and I saw a girl on the roof.
Well, shush. Nobody needs to know we were on the roof.
Oh, what are you doing up there?
Shut up, dude. Come in the front door.
What do you think we're doing? Science.
All right. Yeah, he'll go in the door and
Yeah.
go up to Cassie's room.
Okay.
And come back in from the roof.
So I hooked up the satellite to my computer.
Are you gonna get free TV?
That's not what it's for.
Do we have satellite TV yet? Probably not.
There are probably some
this
people
world,
that
probably.
have it, but it's literally that like 10-foot
Right.
giant dish in the
And
backyard.
it costs hundreds of dollars a month.
Well, and like the stations that they get are like you can get TV from all around the world.
Yeah.
Like
New Zealand soccer.
like
cool.
just
Thanks.
weirdness.
It was my favorite kind of soccer.
Yeah. All right.
I call it football.
Yeah.
So no. This thing, it's really cool. What it does is it's on the same frequency as like your brain would be on when you're in REM sleep, like when you're dreaming, and it gathers the data from people's dreams. So all of that readout of like mumbo jumbo and whatnot, that's townspeople's dreams.
Keep talking, and maybe he'll fall asleep, and we can test it.
So,
Yeah, can you sleep on
so
command?
you're going to record people's dreams?
Sleep.
I was just thinking she would talk him to sleep, but that's also good.
It doesn't occur to Cassie that this might be boring for other people.
He got hung up on, he's like trying to figure out what REM sleep is, but like and you're 3 miles further down the road, and he's like, what? So, what, you're going to record people's dreams?
Well, just a little bit. I'm going to see like what the data looks like when it's coming in and to see if it matches that printout that we saw earlier. But I think I can find a way to mirror the signal. So it's basically like the opposite of the signal that their thing sends out, and then they should cancel each other out.
Or you'll give people other people's dreams.
That would also be interesting.
I don't know if interesting is what we're aiming for right now.
Okay, well, there's only one way to find out.
Go to sleep, Crash.
Not
You're not allowed to
sleepy.
sleep in here. That my dad's coming back with pizza, and I'm pretty sure he won't let me have pizza if there's a boy sleeping in my room.
Go outside and sleep, Crash.
I can't just go to sleep. I'm not a robot.
Nice.
Crash. Outside. Sleep. Go in your house.
I'm not
Sit.
even sleepy. Jeez.
He's the only one of you that got
Got
a
a
lot
nap.
of sleep.
Yeah.
What time are we leaving for the lake tomorrow?
Probably pretty early. We want to give ourselves as much daylight as possible so we don't get trapped out there in the dark.
Okay. Early. So like 10?
Try earlier, probably.
What?
Look, I don't agree with earlier hours than 10 either, but we should probably leave earlier than 10.
Okay.
Set an alarm.
Like 9:30?
Like 8:30.
Okay, does Danny know about this?
He
Listen.
will, yes.
All right.
Danny's at the record store because he thought Crash
Waiting
was
for your
going to meet him there.
Oh, I thought
But
we
you apparently just
no, I
ran
thought
over
we
there instead.
passed over that because we were like, do we have to?
No,
do
I
anything
think
at the
this is
record
funnier.
store? Oh, all right.
Oh, I kind of
Aw.
assumed that we'd all gone and met him at the
that's
record
what I
store.
wrote
Yeah.
down.
Oh,
Because we
okay.
were all
Yeah,
going.
well, then
I
we
thought
did that.
we did
Okay.
that, and then
Oh.
he said, "Are you going to do anything at the record store?" And we were like, "Oh no."
Yeah, I assumed we went to the record store.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We could
Okay.
rewind and do that scene.
Oh, no, it's okay. I just, I wasn't saying anything because I thought I wasn't there. So, but that's fine.
Well, yeah. Then you said you. Went
I was just
home.
snoozing in the corner.
That's it, Danny. Go to sleep.
You didn't have come over, but I assume you went after the record store. You went home and you found out about your mom.
Yeah, that's true. I did go home to find out about that my mom isn't home.
Yeah. Okay.
It has
So-
just been listening to all of the sad tracks.
Oh,
Yeah.
sad.
I mean,
Thank
Crash.
you.
Crash would have been.
By myself.
But for the record, Crash would have invited
No,
you
no.
to dinner again, like always, even though he's in trouble, sort of.
Right?
Like, it's probably fine.
They're fine now that they've experimented on you.
They didn't. It was a dream.
You can just keep telling yourself that.
I knew I shouldn't have told you guys about that.
It's a gnat. It's definitely
See,
a gnat.
I told you.
It's in my face.
Why did they have to go for faces? Like, if the gnat was interested in the back of my head, that'd be fine. We could all get along.
So you wouldn't know if there's like an army of gnats behind your
Well,
head.
whatever. If I don't know, it's fine.
The worst is when you're out, like if you're walking, and there's that cloud of them.
Just out of nowhere.
You don't
And you're
see
like-
until your face.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, they're upon me.
Yeah. My mouth is open.
What?
There's no way I could have avoided this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I have to go outside and go to sleep.
But make sure you gather all your sports things that we can use as weapons,
Okay.
just in case.
Have you ever played hockey?
No,
I don't think we're going to be using them for their traditional uses, Crash.
I don't need to know the rules. Just whack robot.
Although a baseball bat would be way better.
I've got a bunch of those.
That would be
Okay,
great.
yeah, bring those.
All right.
8:30.
Set an alarm.
Probably 2 alarms.
Look, I don't like it either, but I'm staying the night here. I'm not going to have a choice.
I didn't think Saturday
rises
had an
with the
8:30.
sun.
All days have 8:30s. There's 2 actually per day, unless you're on military time.
Weird.
You know, I should probably call Danny and let him know too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, I'll go call Danny.
Okay.
Tell him he can sleep over if he wants.
You mean at your place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Obviously, that'd be weird.
Yeah, it would. That's why I was checking. I mean, unless you want to call him.
Yeah, I'll call him.
All right, then
You
call
just
him.
Said you were gonna do it.
You should probably still do it.
Crash. 8:30 tomorrow. Bring sports equipment. I will call Danny.
All right.
I call Danny. I rolled to call Danny.
You failed.
No, sir.
No!
It was a 12 die
The number,
pool.
no, it would just be the lines busy.
Doo-doo-doo.
Oh yeah, your older sister's
He has an
probably
older
on
sister.
the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Years before call waiting.
Yeah, so I would call.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, it's Midge.
Hey, what's up?
We're going to meet at 8:30 tomorrow morning. I guess maybe at Cassie's place. But you may
Okay.
want to check and make sure that Crash actually gets up and comes. He also said you could stay over at his place tonight if you wanted.
Oh, no, I'll stay here. But yeah, I'll be there. We gotta go get those robots.
It's going to be okay, dude.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Can you say not it's fine? Because it's obviously not.
Look,
At least to
it's-
me, you can tell everybody else it's fine, but don't tell me it's fine. I know it's not.
It's obviously some fake robot stuff. It's not true. You're right. I just won't be. It's just in my head a little bit. That's all.
It's going to be okay.
I'm sure that once I talk to her, she'll explain that that's why it's wrong. She just didn't come home tonight.
It's going to be okay no matter what. Okay?
Yeah. No. We'll get through it 100%.
All right. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget to get Crash.
No, I won't.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
As the evening progresses, you guys get pizza.
Yay!
Crash has his scene of going out to the shed in the back, and it's not the modern Rubbermaid shed at all. It's got
No.
that horrible squeaky door that is rusted shut, but you force it open. And inside there's just a mound of every sports equipment ever. So whatever sports equipment you can dream up for the next adventure, you can have found.
Okay.
I can dream of a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have to transport it. So
Yeah, well,
One of those curling things.
yeah.
the curling stone would be a decent weapon if you were super strong.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever tried.
Or you just want to hurt people's ankles slowly.
Yeah. Clunk.
The other,
Hold him there.
the other ones are trying desperately to smooth the ground in front of it.
Brush
It needs to pick up speed so it can hurt them more. It's great.
I'm going to research some sports tonight.
That's cool.
Just literally Google sports.
as the evening progresses and it gets a little later, you start to get a trickle of data.
Okay.
You would be smart enough to make the connection that you think perhaps the system isn't working at the same power level it was before.
Okay.
Because they did have it hooked up to that big rumbly generator
Yeah.
thing. So you don't know if you wanted to boost the signal, you get more, but you start getting a very similar looking kind of
Okay.
stream of stuff.
I would like to reverse the signal and see what happens.
Screams can be heard.
So you spend some
Echoing
time
in the night.
messing around with it, and then you manage to flip the who's what's it, and the
Reverse
signal is
the
reversed. And I think we'll find out what happens
Yeah.
next time.
Ah!
Because I totally lost track of time there, and then I looked at my watch and I was like, "Oh crap!"
I wasn't going to say anything because I was having fun.
Oh yeah, I gotta get some sleep at some point.
And I'm on spring break, so I can do whatever I want.
Must be nice.
Yep.
Yes, I don't have to wake up in the morning and take my kids to school.
Yay!
I forget if we have end of session questions in this.
There are. We can do it this time, or we can do it next time if you guys would prefer.
I'm good either way.
I'm okay with next time. I'm
Sure.
very tired.
That's totally fair.
Been-
So we will.
It's late.
Someone, or Cassie, in your recap, if
Yep.
you want to write down.
Do
Cassie,
questions.
in character. I'm sorry, Sam. If you wanted to write down the do question note, that's totally. fair.
Says do questions.
yes.
Oh, sorry.
Nice.
But out there in internet land, thank you for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
For those of you that are in the neighborhood and might be interested, this weekend is the first weekend for the SoCal Renaissance Fair at the Santa Fe Dam in Irwindale.
Woohoo.
I will be out there both days, along with many of the other folks that you see here doing our thing.
And because of that, I will be taking over Sundays on Happy Jacks with a short campaign of demigods. And we'll be taking over like 8 or 9 Sundays, I don't remember, except for May 13th, because that's RuPaul's Drag Race.
Obviously.
And we'll be going to that. So that's what I'm doing.
Yay.
And if I could segue into something completely unrelated from that, and part of why I'm so goddamn tired. So some of you may remember late last year that I was working on a Kickstarter campaign for Typecast. If you don't, I was working on raising funds for a web series that's all about actors in Hollywood that are being cast as sort of the same roles over and over again, horror movie, sci-fi, schlock. They can't seem to break out of their typecasting because they are literally monsters. So the elevator pitch, which Hollywood loves, is that it's a bit of Being Humans meets extras. And I'm an idiot, so we've decided to try again. We kind of rejiggered our trajectory, kind of looked at what was and wasn't working on the Kickstarter, and we have relaunched with Indiegogo. That launched today. We are looking, especially in the next 24 hours, because the first 24 to 48 hours of campaigns are the most crucial. Donation, shares, anything that we can get. You can check it out at bit.ly, which is bit.ly/typecastgogo. To see everything there. We got cool rewards. We're trying to make a really cool show, and depending on what we raise, we'll make every damn thing we can out of every penny. So please check it out. It's something that I care enough about to go back and try crowdfunding again. And crowdfunding sucks.
Yeah.
It is not any fun at all.
Total brutality.
But yeah, bit.ly/typecastgogo.
Yay.
Woo!
Let's make it happen. I want more monsters, damn it.
Woohoo,
Yeah.
more monsters.
I love the little video.
Oh, that was fun. I got to have a meltdown in
Yeah.
werewolf makeup,
It was
which
super
is
fun.
always great. I actually made a GIF of me smashing the cereal box.
It's cute. It's really cute.
Cool.
Hooray.
So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Next Monday, there's something. I don't know what.
It's
Not my
Interpol X.
department. It
Interpol.
is. It's the finale
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
for Interpol X.
The finale, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, because then we're taking over that slot
The nail in the
for...
coffin of the
Nah.
monster of the week.
Yeah, because then we're taking
I'd
over
get
that
one
slot
pun in
for,
this session.
for Monster Hearts.
Huh?
Nice.
Very excited to see that.
Word.
Awesome.
So, bye everybody.
So long.
Bye.